Hi, welcome to the Me and My Bass series. In this series, I will bore you with some interesting facts about some of the basses or related stuff I own. I will tell you how I did purchase them and why. Further, I will tell you my opinion about their sounds. First of all, Merry Christmas, everybody. If you watched this before Christmas, I hope you had a great time if you're watching this afterwards. Okay, this time's up. The Johnson J Station, late 1990s. Well, you may think, A, what the is a Johnson J Station, or B, isn't that for guitar players? Well, the answer to A is that this is one of the first digital modelers, and B, there are also a couple of great bass amps inside of this thing, so not only the guitar players have all the fun this time. Let's go a little deeper here for a moment, and thanks to the Mr. Guitar blog. In the late 90s, Line 6 released the Line 6 Pod. Rather than creating flavors of distortion and overdrive, the Pod was emulating or modeling, as the name suggests, amplifiers. At a relatively low price, guitar players would have all the amps, speaker cabinets, and effects they could want on a tiny footprint made to sit on the desk. This was a game changer because the sounds were really convincing of mic'd sounds from amplifiers they were modeling. Line 6 and the Pod quickly became the Coca-Cola for modelers. Johnson Amplifications, which was a part of Harman or Digitech, the same thing, was the Pepsi of the modeling world and released their line of amps and the J Station shortly after Line 6 hit the scene. The J Station was clearly their answer to the Pod and sported many of the same amps and caps with a high quality 24-bit processing and an ADDA converter in the unit that was built like a tank with a great user interface. Why did I buy this modeler? I knew this modeler sounded really good, and some did say it even sounded better than the Line 6 Pod. I believe it was a large music store in Germany which had this thing for sale for a lower price than normal. The idea that you could record something in your own little home studio without disturbing the neighbors was really appealing. As this series are only about bass amps, here are a few examples of the bass amp sounds which are in this small little modeler. We're going to try the modern, based on an SWR, the British, based on a Trace Elliot, the Rock, based on a MPEG SVT, the A5, based on an Fender Bassman, and the A6, based on a SWR Interstellar Overdrive. Also, there are a couple of speaker cabinets that are going to give a try. I switched off the compressor and gate inside the Johnson. I did, however, put a LA2A limiter on the audio to compensate the volume difference between some of those amps and caps.
The signal flow in this clip was the base into the Johnson, into the UAD Apollo Twin. Like I said earlier, I switched off any effects in the Johnson because there's also a great compressor, chorus, pitch, delay and reverb on board. But I wanted to keep this demo clean so you can really hear the amps. This Johnson J Station was and still is very convincing. Of course, I know there are tons of virtual amps nowadays in either software or in pedals, but I think it still stood the test of time. It's still a great device. And I see them now for really ridiculous low prices second hand. So if you want to practice at home or just use it for recording, grab one. You won't be disappointed. Well, that's it for this episode. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe and like this video. Thanks for watching and see you next time. See you. Bye bye.